7 days and counting, some graphs are constantly moving up, like the death toll and the number of strikes. For perspective, let me share two figures with you. In the last 6 days, Israel has fired 6,000 munitions into Gaza. 6,000. And they've dropped some 4,000 tons of explosives. That alone should tell you the scale of this offensive. And the ground invasion has not even begun yet. What about attacks from the other side, from Hamas? Well, they've not ended, although their intensity has reduced. Border villages in Israel are still coming under attack, including the village of Zerot that we visited earlier this week. Rockets are being fired from the Gaza Strip. On Thursday, 4 civilians were injured, including 2 being critically injured. But given Israel's superior defenses, the damage is lesser. Also, Hamas is said to be saving rockets. They plan to use the stockpile when Israel launches a bigger offensive. Overnight, the Israeli military has fired more than 750 missiles. The IDF says they're firing every 30 seconds. What does this mean for Gaza? Sheer misery. Israel has also issued a warning for the people of Gaza today: leave in 24 hours, move to the south of Gaza. But it's impossible because all of Gaza is small and cramped. Let me pull up a map for you. This is the Gaza Strip, 41 kilometers long and around 12 kilometers wide at its widest point. It is surrounded by Israel, Egypt and the Mediterranean. 2.3 million people live on the strip. 1 million of them are children. This strip has 7 border crossings. 6 are controlled by Israel. 1 of them opens into Egypt. All of them are closed right now. So basically, ordinary Gazans have nowhere to go. And they're being hit by airstrikes every minute.
I can't keep up with the numbers of those killed. Why this crying? I say thank God that our martyrs are in heaven. But we are sad. Everyone is sad for the people and the loved ones they lost. You are sad about losing your home. But homes can be rebuilt. And with one death, we will have 1,000 martyrs.
Gaza is a picture of devastation. Buildings have been reduced to rubble. There is no electricity, fuel has run out, hospitals are overwhelmed, and drinking water is scarce.
We're very worried about how this will evolve over time, particularly if the humanitarian situation is not addressed. The people that are seeking shelter and striving to survive in this environment are going to get only in worse and worse situations as time goes on.
He's right. It is going to get worse. Israel's new ultimatum is like a death warrant for Gazans. They're being told to move to the south.
The IDF calls for the evacuation of all civilians from Gaza City. I'll zoom in a second. From Gaza City, from their homes southwards for their own safety and protection, and to move to the area south of Wadi Gaza, the river Gaza, as shown on the map.
What does that mean? Let's look at the map again. The north of Gaza Strip is the most populated. It includes the Gaza City, which is the biggest city on this entire strip. Israel wants the entire population of the northern region, to move south of Wadi Gaza. You can see it on the map. That's Wadi Gaza. It's a nature reserve, and Israel wants the entire northern population to go here. We're talking about displacing around 1.1 million people. They're being asked to leave their home in 24 hours. That would mean around 40,000 people being relocated every hour. It will not happen. Plus, how and where will these people go? There are bombs falling everywhere. The roads are broken. Their homes are destroyed. Their family members are hospitalized. How do you move in the middle of all of this? It's a recipe for what the United Nations calls devastating humanitarian consequences.
We need a corridor to provide medical services and so on. That's what I would ask for. One is to protect civilians, and second, to provide them with the support they need, be it food, medical services, supplies, and the other things they need.
Israel says the evacuations are necessary because they want to reduce civilian casualties. But the Hamas is challenging this. They're calling it Israeli propaganda. And they're asking civilians in Gaza to stay put. Basically, there are no good options for them. The Hamas sees Gazans as human shields, and the Israelis see them as collateral damage.